Raptors lose a tough game against the Thunder, 109 to 110. We were one tip away. We were one tip away coming out with the win. This is a game just of roller coasters, man. It was up 10, down 10, up 13, down 13. It was just a uphill, downhill battle the whole way through. And kudos to the Thunder, man. They gave us a good game. Unfortunately, we didn't come out to win. Man, that last shot, I was kind of hesitant with Nick Nurse playing Champagne for all those minutes, but he showed that he had that nice acrobatic layup, and he was just zero point 0.3 seconds away from winning this for us, man. That third quarter is unacceptable. Scoring 12 points in the third quarter with as good of a player as we have, that's unacceptable. We could not score at all. And of course, we had to come back and rally it as Raptors do. Sometimes they start pressing up and get steals and things like that. But we can't go a quarter with only scoring 12 points. And they were just not missing that third quarter. They were getting a lot of open shots and they're making them, as NBA players do. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and Lou Dort did a good job of like carrying the load for that team. But we just cannot score 12 points in a quarter and expect to win against an NBA team. Like, what is that? I can't even lie. Lou Dort was clamping up Fred. Fred was had his hand in almost everything, but offensively he just couldn't get anything going. And because he had Lou Dort guarding him, he shot 13 threes, and that's more than he mostly shoots. The most he shoots is 10. That just shows the defense that Lou Dort was playing. Gary Trent was great in that first half. That first half, he was amazing. And after that third quarter, I think I would have liked Nick Nurse to put him back in the game for some type of offense. But that first half, it was really good. Siakam had a great game too. Siakam that first quarter, he had that turnaround jump shot off his right shoulder, and he seems to be hitting that consistently now. And he had a good game as well. He was hitting those turnaround jump shots. He was attacking. He was abusing the defense because not a lot of people on that Thunder team could defend him. And also Scotty Barnes. I must say Scotty Barnes was taking advantage of little guys. He's been shooting the ball more confidently, even though it wasn't on tonight. I would have liked to see him shoot a little less threes, but he's shooting with confidence. And he was active defensively, getting steals, getting blocks. And we were all active defensively, but there were some lapses like that Mike Muscala three. Honestly, of course, there's percentages, and we pack the paint a lot, and we allow a lot of open threes. We're like top three in open threes allowed per game. I would have liked to see get Shea Gilgeous-Alexander get that layup or get that easy little floater, because at least we get a chance to actually win the game, and it's not a do or die situation, and it's tough to see that. And I mean, it's Mike Muscala. He was cold. He didn't shoot that much this game, and before that, he was 1 for 5. So I mean, but he's still an NBA player. And the biggest difference I think from this game was defensively. The Thunder did dig in that third quarter and allowed them to get easy opportunities, but and we did a good job of hounding Josh Giddey. But our bench did not come to play today. Our bench did not come to play today. We have Fred VanVleet, who's played the most minutes in the NBA. Fred VanVleet has played the most minutes in the NBA. And it's like when he's not on the court, our offense doesn't look smooth anymore. It does not. We had Champagne give us good minutes, and Chris Boucher didn't play as much in that second half because that Gary Trent, Fred, Utah Watanabe, Siakam, and Scotty Barnes lineup was doing great for us. He was doing great for us, but offensively, Steven Hailu wasn't hitting his shots. Banton gave us good minutes, but he wasn't scoring for us. And the thing is, when with our team is like we have one player that plays in the first half, like Banton, and then the second half we have Champagne. So it's like we get both minutes from different guys, but they're not playing consistent minutes. Banton most of the time gets early runs. Second half, he don't really play that much. And we saw this game, we have 14 points off the bench, and it was just not enough. Honestly, it wasn't enough. A lot of it was Champagne as well because he was playing Chris Boucher minutes in the second half. So we're not getting that impact on the bench. And of course, we're still battling injuries. Precious Chua was out. Ken Birch is still out. OG Ananobi's still out. And unfortunately, Malachi Flynn in the minutes he's gotten, he hasn't been consistent. He just has not been consistent. And with our the way our teams ran, unfortunately, we need a Siakam more frequently to play with the bench because the bench, as good as Fima Kailuk is, he's only as good as his point guard. He's only as good as his because as we saw today, he was like non-existent. He wasn't getting open looks. He wasn't getting the dribble penetration that he would like, and it's just disappointing. It's a disappointing loss. We should be beating teams like this if we want to be an actual contender. We should be beating teams like this if we want to be a playing team at least. Like we shouldn't be losing to the OKC Thunder. This is an easy game. We could put on our banks to put us back in 500, but another step back, another sad step back. And the problem is everyone played good except for like Fervent Lee a little bit. Like our starters played good, and we were hitting our shots. We were hitting our shots. Apart from that third quarter, we still shot 37% from three. That's better than we normally shoot. That's really good actually. But the Thunder just shot better. The Thunder just shot better. Seemed like everyone that was coming on the court was making at least a three for them. Alexei Polkovsky, the guy was playing great last year. It's just disappointing. Disappointing loss. Kudos to Shea Gilgis Alexander playing great. I mean, he didn't play great, but he was big for them. Josh Giddey gave them a little bit good minutes. Darius Baisley played great defense, like all around. Ludor did a good job of slowing down for Vliet, and we saw it. Beverly didn't get the jump penetration he's used to. And when you have a big guard like him, it's hard to, maneuver past him. Tough loss 110 to 109. Oh man, Raptors, man. We gotta win these games. Like the video, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and peace.